Hello, Trashidele, and I would like to share with you about the general idea of the Buddha Dharma. And this is more focused with the practice aspect, more with the meditation aspect. So first, in order to practice, in order to transform ourselves, so one of the most important point of practice Dharma is transform yourself, and then you can help others, you can influence others, and then then you can help many others. Sometimes what I call transforming the world by transforming yourself. So it's all about how to transform. So in order to how to transform, what do we need? And traditional what we call view, meditation, and conduct. We need three. So without these three, you cannot really transform complete. You will never achieve your the goal, the fruition. So we need these three together. So I have one short story that one of my friend, he is like psychology. So we had some kind of discussion with him, and he said, in science, like psychology science, what they call is ABC. So very similar. I thought it's very similar. So A is affect, B is behavior, and C is cognition. So it's very similar. Here, view is begin with the cognition, and meditation is like affect. It's dealing direct to the heart, to the feeling. So it's based on experience, affect. And conduct is behavior, dealing with your day-to-day life behavior and how to bring this view and meditation into daily life. So this is very, very important. So now, what is the view? The first one is view. View is the wisdom, which is to see, to understand the nature of phenomena clear. In other words, to see things as they are. So normally we don't see. So view meaning more like seeing, to understand things clear. And a lot of problems in our life comes from not seeing the real nature of phenomena. And the Buddha said, the suffering comes from not knowing the truth, not knowing the nature of reality. So for example, normally what we have some kind of like fixation mind, which is very solid, very strong, and we build our own prison, jail. So we put ourselves into some kind of like bubble. So we all have our own bubble, and we have, in other words, we all have some kind of like particular glass. So if the glass is yellow, when you look through that, you see everything's yellow. So these kind of delusion begin with not knowing the nature of reality. So what we call, there are three grasping. The grasping of permanent, or concept of permanent, and concept of singularity, and concept of independent. So permanent means we all feeling that some kind of a continuity, and we are expecting that some kind of continuity, not just now, in the future, should be like that. So we are expecting tomorrow is like that, and we believe whatever in the past, whatever things bring here, and we taking from past to present to future. For example, maybe I will give you some example. So in daily life, we have many problems, like problem with the relationship, problem with losing job, problem with losing your power, your title, your idea of yourself, or lost your direction, don't know what to do. So these things, what we feel is negative. Because why? Because we have, from beginning, we have strong fixation of permanent. So it should be like this, and I'm now like this. I like this from past, and now like this. In the future should be like this. So strong expectation about the future. So if you have heartbroken, if you have this grasping of fixation so strong, then after you have broken heart, you will suffer more strong. Sometimes this is quite subtle, so not easy to understand right away. But you can think of in terms of in daily life. So whenever you encounter a lot of problems, miscommunication, not understanding, and create a lot of negative emotions, and a lot of clashes in our mind, and that bring into our day-to-day life action, and that also influence others. So will make you not happy, others are not happy. Why? Because of this not knowing the nature of reality, because of these three concepts, based on these three concepts. So the concept permanent, and second is the concept of independent. Independent is like almost like you want to control. Independent, what we call rang wang. Rang means self. Wang means like empower or control, self-control. So we want to control the future, everyone. So I should be like this in the future. My ideal life is like that. So sense of controlling future. So that is so strong. So normally we don't see it. And it is not just in our thought. It stays in our emotion, and also stays in our body. And it's a kind of like habitual tendency. It stays in every thought and emotion, background of every thought and emotion. Very subtle level, stay there. And then third is the concept of singularity, one. So normally we have a lot of like all or none thinking. So you have everything has to be right. If not okay. But we don't see there's a lot of possibility. We cannot open our mind to see different aspect, different possibility, different things. But we just try to make simplify, because our mind is lazy also. We don't want to think so deep. We don't want to think so clear. So this is why everything simplified and just assume it's like that. And when you look at some people and you judge because of their behave, because how they look, because how maybe we judge by their different nationalities and different races. So we just look, oh, it's like that. So we assume everything is kind of like one, singularity. So these things are the concept. So view is to see things more clear. What we have to see is not permanent, is impermanent. We have to see impermanent. And also not takpa. Jikbu means takpa in Tibetan. Takpa, jikbu, ranganchen. Takpa means permanent. Jikbu means single. Rawang means independent. So we to liberate, free from these three concepts, we should see opposite of permanent is impermanent, and opposite of independent is interdependent, and opposite of singularity is multiple. So seeing those things, practice these things like view. So view is getting close to nature of ourselves, nature of reality, and then eventually even go beyond of permanent and not permanent, singularity or multiple, independent or interdependent. So in the end, go beyond all the concepts. So in that moment, you're liberated, what we call liberate, and that is the real essence of the view.